proud of who you are, it's being proud of your family, it's being proud of your friends.
No, it's a celebration for everybody. Gay, straight, bi, transgender.
I love the camaraderie. I'm old enough to remember a day that this wasn't possible. So to see all of us together and the minimalist of the protesters is really awesome.
It means a lot to me because people don't get like honored, like, you know, lesbians, they don't get honored in anything.
I like to see the people that we don't get to see all the time, the homosexual families with kids that you see on Sundays here.
I would disagree with what people are saying lately. This is definitely way more than just gay white men partying here today.
I'm really excited about my community. I'm excited about people taking back space that belongs to them. I'm excited about people having the opportunity to show the rest of Pittsburgh that we exist. Not only do we exist here, but we intend to continue existing here. There's no point at which Delta or any other organization is going to push us back out or back to the end of the margins. We're ready for this revolution, and it's here. We're going to do it.
Trans lives matter! Trans lives matter!
I just want to show solidarity with queer and trans people of color, especially because I feel like they're oftentimes overlooked. If Roots Pride could get up and going and next year we had even more support and the year after even more, that would be wonderful and amazing. But at the same time, I think having a conversation with Delta at this point is really, really important for them to sort of understand where we're coming from and why we need to rethink what pride really looks like. They're just spending an exorbitant amount of money throwing a party in the streets when there are people that could use it for a lot more beneficial ways.
And we know that they spend close to $500,000 on Pride every year. So that doesn't make sense, right? So we asked for a breakdown of who they gave money to and how much.
We're particularly concerned about how Delta is contributing to the queer and trans POC community of Pittsburgh. So we want to see specific line items in their budget that relate to that. It's about how we, all of us who live on the margins of even Delta's Pride, deserve to be able to celebrate ourselves under the name Pride.
Roots Pride Pittsburgh is doing something very important, very different for the time that we live in. You know, we need events that aren't completely surrounded by bars and corporate sponsorship. It's not the most inclusive area. It can be intimidating. So something like this, I think, it paints a different picture of what we're celebrating.
Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Wherever you go or evergreen.
You know, let's have one day where we don't have to care about all these problems. And you know, like, that sentiment's not unfair to say, but I think at this point it lends itself to shouting other people down. And so with Roots Pride, I mean this focus on an inclusive pride that does tackle issues of race and gender and you know, economic status.
What does pride mean to me? Nowadays, it just means party, right? Back in the day, it was all about making a show, letting people know that we're here, we're not going anywhere, and we want equal rights. But now it's just a party, man.
Everyone's here of color, so I think it's good.
I think people just will feel that by themselves. They're the one who's gonna feel, oh, I'm not included. Me, myself, I'm a minority here, and I don't feel like the whites are in, it's a gay pride for just whites.
I can understand if you're going to the clubs, that's all that's happening. It's a gay white men partying their tushies off. But you just missed my cousin with the lesbian choir. There's a whole lot other going on that I guess they're just not noticing. This city's big and there's way more than just gay white men in our community.
Right, that's the language that we use, like we're so welcoming, right? But welcoming is not the point. It's like, I'm gonna be intentional about including you and making sure that you are so integral and a part of our power and leadership structure. as queer and trans folks, especially queer and trans folks of color, you're battling systemic oppression every day. For us to be queer and trans folks out here on the river in like this very public, open space is in and of itself revolutionary, and it's been amazing to just see folks really living and being fully. Last night, folks were just so unapologetic about who they are and how they express themselves. We had a number of folks who came up to us who were crying, who were like, this is the first time that I have felt a sense of solidarity. So there's two tracks for me in my mind. The way that I think about it is the piece of strategizing with getting Delta to make some concessions and to make some changes, but also us still creating our own spaces.
You can't depend on what somebody else is going to do today or tomorrow. You can't depend on people having a change of heart. But regardless of whether Delta does that or not, people still deserve space. People still need space. People still want space to celebrate themselves. And so whatever Delta does, we're going to continue to create those spaces.